Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji's Danda Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much for joining. How are you all doing? Danda Pranams. How are you all doing? Deepa Mataji, Samyukta Mataji, Sanjay Sandhya Mataji, Raju Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam, Mataji. Thank you so much for joining.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much for last 2 days running the call, Prabhu. Haribol. Then you are becoming Alakavori Township preacher. Who is the devotee? Raju Prabhu. Jai. Chalo.
No, Prabhuji.
Right. Thank you, Prabhu. Read this one. Anybody, please. Prabhu's lines.
I'll read Prabhuji. Only one who executes his spiritual life under the direction of the spiritual master can achieve the mercy of Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam 7.12.11 Parpatam.
Anybody remembers? Try to recollect when we read this message. Prabhupada purpose in those lines. Any sloka or anything remembered from Bhagavad Gita?
There is a shloka about submissive hearing.
Same. Correct.
I'm not getting the words. I'm blanked out.
It's okay. 434, not right? 434. You can see 434 and read it. BG 434.
One second.
Can I read, Prabhuji?
Yeah, if you already please read.
Yeah. Translation. Just to try to learn. Sloka, Prabhuji. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadeshanti te gnanam gnaninas tattvadarshanaha. Just to try to learn the truth by approaching the spiritual master. Inquire from submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized source can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Under the direction means submissive. We have to submit to proper bona fide spiritual master, submit ourselves and render service. When he pleased with his mercy, spiritual master mercy, ultimately Krishna's mercy we get it. We have to see, that's the thing. Krishna himself says that Krishna himself shown in the past time, right? He went to Sandipanam with Balaram. In Ramayana also, right? What is that Rishi name? And Rama and Lakshmana went to that ashram.
Vishwamitra will take. Actually, Vasishtha is their teacher at in the kingdom.
Yeah. Right,
and then Vishwamitra takes them temporarily.
Yes, Mother. Yeah, for other Shastra Vidyas, different.
Yeah. And then they will kill Tatak. Tataki.
Right. So that's the thing. Ultimate goal is, that's why in Krishna consciousness, ISKCON is teaching, how to approach a proper guru, what to learn from him, how do we service. So we are serving Prabhupada now. Right now we are reading means we are serving Prabhupada. So we get the mercy ultimately. Definitely, there is no question about the mercy. We are already mercy recipients of Krishna and bona fide method, bona fide spiritual.
ISKCON is like a university, Prabhuji. University, we are going and we are reading. I mean, we are studying there in ISKCON. It's kind of university.
Yeah, university only.
Yeah.
Spiritual university. Again, we come back to God. It is going to teach how do we go back home, back to God.
So in the university, we need to properly select one guru, and we need to learn.
In the preaching also we say this, when we get any degree, we go to school, college, and we achieve around 20, 22, 23 years of education. Go through. Why don't we try for spiritual life? We have to choose proper guru, and under his direction, we have to execute devotional service. Thank you. Yeah.
So you are speaking from Vaikuntha Planet, Prabhuji.
Yes. I just want. I just met Narada Muni. He just went through, just pray obeisances, and he is giving some little mercy. Continue. He's saying, just now he met.
Actually, you're looking like Narada Muni only, Prabhuji, for us.
Narada Muni, Narayana. Hare Bol. Yes, Prabhu, నిన్న మీరు పెట్టినరా ప్రభు ఏ లింక్ ఎక్కడ వరకు చదివినాము?
నాది ఓపెనే ఉంది ప్రభుజీ, ఇక్కడ పెట్టలేదు, మర్చిపోయాను. 5.11 అదే సార్ 1111 ప్రభుజీ. 11 సారీ 111 ప్రభుజీ.
1511. Okay.
Yeah, we have completed that one, Prabhuji.
CC Adi 1511.
Yeah, 111.
Okay, all small sloka, just translation is okay. Chapter 5. Thank you, Jai, for joining, Louis Prabhu, and our pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, with Mangalacharna prayer, let us begin. Second. Unpin. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namaha Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesh Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, chapter entitled.
Obviously, the person who goes to Vaikuntha Planet, they never come back again, but you will come back again, Roji.
Yes, I am again come back to you, all of you. I'm not that qualified. Yes.
Nothing like that, but to preach us, Prabhuji, to preach us, the God will send again.
Actually, this is a goal, Prabhu. I heard in lectures. See, pure devotees, they're not hankering or going for back to God. Where they have situated, just remembrance of Lord. Whether they go to Patala Loka, Naraka Loka, different lokas, but they hanker for this. They pray to Lord that, wherever I am situated, just give remembrance continuously. That's a thing, Prabhu. That's a highly understanding. In a Sikshastakam prayer also, right? There is anybody remember? I mean, there one verse specifically talks about this one. Yugaitam, no. I will find. I'll let you know. So basically, of course, we come back to it, but there's their mercy, their mood is like that. They wanted to be situated in Krishna consciousness wherever they are in different planets. Always remember Krishna, never forgets. That's the goal.
नंद तनुजा किंकरम पतिताम विस्मय भवाम बुध कृपया तव पाद पंकजा तदुदितं चिंतया. Prabhuji, I think mam janmani janmaneshware bhavtat bhakti ahayitvari.
Ahayituki, mama janmani janmaneshware bhavatat bhakti ahayituki. That's the thing, Prabhu. So yeah, that's the thing. There are different verses also. I'll find. I remember that one. Their mood is like that. They don't want to go for even Vaikuntha Loka or Golok Vrindavan. They wanted to serve anywhere in any planetary system. That's the thing. They're highly, but as we devote, we wanted to leave this miserable material world and go back to her and peacefully and happily serve Lord eternally. Yeah. Yes, let us read this one. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adilila, 5th chapter. The glories of Lord Nityananda Balarama. So till this one you all read, right? Till this one, triple one.
Yeah, we have completed triple one.
Sure. Trip 112. Translation purport by Srila. He is the super soul of all living entities. He maintains this material world and he is its Lord. Purport. The Laghu Bhagavamrita Purva 236 to 42 verses gives the following description of the verse. Quoted from the Vishnu Dharmottara. Above Rudraloka, the planet of Lord Shiva is a planet called.
Prabhuji, still it is.
Huh?
Okay. Now it is changed, Prabhuji. Earlier it was triple one only. Okay.
Okay, sorry, Prabhu. Maybe internet. Huh? Is it okay?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Now okay, Prabhuji. Now okay.
400,000. Okay. Above Rudraloka, the planet of Lord Shiva is a planet called Vishnuloka, 400,000 miles in circumference, which is inaccessible to any mortal living being. Above that Vishnuloka and east of Sumeru Hill is a golden island called Mahavishnuloka. In the ocean of salt water, Lord Brahma and other demigods sometimes go there to meet Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu lies there with the goddess of fortune, and it is said that during the 4 months of the rainy season, he enjoys sleeping on that Sheshanaga bed. East of Sumeru is the ocean of milk, in which there is a white city on a white island where the Lord can be sitting with his consort Lakshmiji on a throne of Shesha. That feature of Vishnu also enjoys sleeping during the 4 months of the rainy season. The Sweta Dvipa in the Milk Ocean is situated just south of the ocean of salt water. It is calculated that the area of Sweta Dvipa is 200,000 square miles. This transcendently beautiful island is decorated with desire trees to please Lord Vishnu and his consort. There are references to Sweta Dvipa in the Brahmanda Purana, Vishnu Purana, Mahabharata, and Padma Purana, and there is the following reference in Srimad Bhagavata 11.15.18. Sweta Dvipa Patau Chittam Sumayemai Dharayan Shvetatam Yati Sadurmi Rahito Naraha. My dear Uddhava, you may know that my transcendental form of Vishnu in Sweta Dvipa is identical with me in divinity. Anyone who places this Lord of Svetadvipa within his heart can surpass the pangs of the six material tribulations: hunger, thirst, birth, death, lamentation, and illusion. Thus, one can attain his original transcendental form. Hunger, thirst, birth, death, lamentation, illusion. This one can attain his original transcendental form, rebirth. Yeah, Deepa Mata, kindly read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Yeah. Translation. In the ages and millenniums of Manu, he appears as different incarnations to establish the principles of real religion and vanquish the principles of irreligion. Purport. The Lord Vishnu, who lies in the ocean of milk, incarnates himself in various forms to maintain the laws of the cosmos and annihilate the causes of disturbance. Such incarnations are visible in every Manvantara, that is, in the course of reign of each Manu, who lives for 71 into 4.3 million years. 14 such Manus take birth and die to yield a place for the next during one day of Brahma.
1 day of Brahma. Right.
43 lakh 20,000, 43 lakh 20,000, which is one Mahayuga.
Correct.
71 such Mahayugas is one Manu.
And that is half day only, during 1 day of Brahma. So yeah, Samyukta, kind of.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Unable to see him, the demigods go to the shore of the ocean of milk and offer prayers to him. Purport. The denizens of heaven who live in the planetary systems beginning from Svarloka cannot even see Lord Vishnu in Svetadvipa. Unable to reach the island, they can simply approach the beach of the milk ocean to offer transcendental prayers to the Lord, appealing to him on special occasions to appear as an incarnation. Hare Krishna.
Sandhya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. He then descends to maintain the material world. His unlimited opulences cannot be counted. But Lord Vishnu is but a part of a plenary portion of Lord Nityananda, who is the source of all incarnations. The Lord of Svetadvipa has immense potency for creation and destruction. Sri Nityananda Prabhu, being Baladeva himself, the original form of Shankarshana, is the original form of the Lord of Svetadvipa.
Svetadvipa, yes, Mata.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna, Mata. Yes. Raju Prabhu, read.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I'll read next time, Prabhuji. I am getting one call.
Okay. Lovish Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. That same Lord Vishnu in the form of Lord Shesha holds the planets upon his head. Although he does not know where they are, for he cannot feel their existence upon his head.
Yeah, read this one also.
His thousands of extended hoods are adorned with dazzling jewels, surpassing the sun. The universe, which measures 500 million yojanas in diameter, rests on one of his hoods like a mustard seed. Purpose. The Lord of Shvetadvipa expands himself as Sheshnaga, who sustains all the planets upon his innumerable hoods. These huge global spheres are compared to grains of mustard resting on the spiritual hoods of Sheshnaga. The scientist's law of gravity is a partial explanation of Lord Sankarsana's energy. The name Sankarsana has an etymological relationship to the idea of gravity. There is a reference to Sheshanaga in Srimad Bhagavatam 5:17-21, where it is said, Yam ahur asya sthiti jananam samyamam tribhir pihinam yah anantam ishya na veda siddhartham iva kvachit sthitim bhu mandalam mudha sahasra dhamasu. O my Lord, the hymns of the Vedas proclaim that you are the effective cause of the creation, maintenance, and destruction. But in fact, you are transcendental to all limitations and are therefore known as unlimited. On your thousands of hoods rest the innumerable global spheres like grains of mustard, so insignificant that you have no perception of their weight. The Bhagavatam further says 5:25-2. Yasyedam kshiti mandanam bhagavato nanda murte sahasra siraha ekasmin eva srishnadhyamam siddhartha eva takshayate. Lord Anantadeva has thousands of hoods, each sustain a global sphere that appears like a grain of mustard.
Thank you, Prabhu. Akincham, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Right. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please read. Would you be able to read?
From where, Prabhuji? Yeah, yes.
I'm here. New.
5.1. Okay. Yeah, can you go up? You want me to read verse also?
Verse no, just translate.
Still, I can see only verse.
We can't
Some
see it on the
internet
screen.
issue, Prabhuji. Some internet issue. So that's it. It is not loading properly.
Not
It's not updating, Prabhuji.
No, still verse only I can see.
one second.
Yeah.
Is it okay?
No, Prabhuji. I'm seeing
Yes,
still
Prabhuji,
see
now we can
5.120.
Now I can see translation and purpose.
512, right? 5120.
I can see the translation and purpose. If you want, I can read that.
What other? Akincham, Prabhu, you are not able to see?
No problem. I'm reading, Prabhuji. 1 second. I'm reading. I'm reading from the book. Translation of 5.120. Yeah, I can see now. Yeah. That Ananta Sesha is the devotee incarnation of the Godhead. He knows nothing but the service of the Lord Krishna. Purport. Srila Jiva Goswami in his Krishna Sandarbha has described Seshanaga as follows. Sri Anantadeva has thousands of faces and is fully independent, always ready to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He waits upon him constantly. Sankarsana is the first expansion of Vasudeva, and because he appears by his own will, he is called Swarat, fully independent. Fully independent. He is therefore infinite and transcendental to all the limits of time and space. He himself appears as the thousand-headed Sesha. In the Skanda Purana, in the Ayodhya Mahatmya chapter, the demigod Indra requested Lord Sesha, who was standing before him as a Lakshmana, please go to your eternal abode, Vishnu Loka, where your expansion Sesha with his serpentine hoods is also present. After thus dispatching Lakshmana to the regions of Patala, Lord Indra returned to his abode. This quotation indicates that the Sankarsana of the quadruple form descends with Lord Rama as Lakshmana. When Lord Rama disappears, Sesha again separates himself from the personality of Lakshmana. Sesha then returns to his own abode in the Patala regions, and Lakshmana returns to his abode in the Vaikunta. The Laghu Bhagavatamrita gives the following description. The Sankarshana of the second group of quadruple form appears as Rama, taking with him the Sesha, who bears the global spears. There are two features of Sesha. One is the bearer of the globes, and the other is the bedstead servitor. The Sesha who bears the globe is the potent incarnation of Sankarshana, and therefore he is sometimes called as Sankarshana. Is sometimes called as Sankarshana. The bedstead feature of Sesha always presents himself as the external servitor of the Lord.
Eternal.
Sorry, eternal servitor of the Lord. Sorry.
Prabhu. Is it open now?
Yeah, it's opening.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Raju Prabhu, please, your turn.
Translation. With his thousands of mouths, he sings the glories of Lord Krishna. But although he always sings that in that way, he does not find an end to the qualities of the Lord. The four Kumaras hear Srimad Bhagavatam from his lips, and they in return repeat it in the transcendental bliss of love of Godhead. He serves Lord Krishna, assuming all the following forms: umbrella, slippers, bedding, pillow, garment, resting chair, residence, sacred thread, and throne.
Who? He means who, Prabhu?
What Prabhu? Sankarsana. Balarama.
Balarama or the Ananta Sesha is talking about.
His expansion only, right? First expansion. Yeah. Name of Balarama, Ananta Sesha. Multiple names.
He thus called Lord Sesha, for he has attained the ultimate end of servitude to Krishna. He takes many forms for the service of Krishna, and thus he serves the Lord.
Serves the Lord. Haribol.
That person of whom Lord Ananta is a Kala, or part of the plenary part, is Lord Nityananda Prabhu, who therefore can know the pastimes of Lord Nityananda. From this conclusion, we can know the limit of the truth of Lord Nityananda. But what glory is there in calling him Ananta?
Ananta. He find for opportunities to serve Ananta, unlimited service opportunity.
But I accept it is as the truth because it has been said by devotees. Since he is the source of all incarnations, everything is possible in him.
Let us read you to some devotees. Madipa Matse.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. They know that there is no difference between the incarnation and the source of all incarnations. Previously, Lord Krishna was regarded in the light of different principles by different people.
It is Jadar Mother. It's beautiful. Slogan.
Yeah, Keho Kahe, Ada. Keho Kahe Krishna Sakshat Nara Narayana. Keho Kahe Krishna Haya Sakshat Vamana. Some said that Krishna was directly Lord Naranarayana, and some called him Lord Vamandev incarnate. Keho kahe Krishna Kshiroda Shai Avatara, Asambhava nahe Satyavachana Sabara. Some call Lord Krishna an incarnation of Lord Kshirodakshai. All these names are true, nothing is impossible. Krishna yabe avatare sarvamsha ashraya sarvamsha asi tabe krishnete milaya. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna appears, he is the shelter of all plenary parts. Thus at the time all his plenary portions join in him.
Okay. Yeah. Samyukta Mother, you can read a couple more verses and wind up. Read this one.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: in whatever form one knows the Lord, one speaks of him in that way. In there is no falsity, since everything is possible in Krishna. Purport: in this connection, we may mention an incident that took place between two of our sannyasis while we are preaching the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra in Hyderabad. One of them stated that Hare Krishna refers to Sri Balarama, and the other protested that Hare Rama means Lord Rama. Ultimately, the controversy came to me, and I gave the decision that if someone says that the Rama in Hare Rama is Lord Ramachandra, and someone else says that Rama in Hare Rama is Sri Balarama, both are correct, because there is no difference between Sri Balarama and Lord Rama. Here in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, we find that Krishnadasa Kaviraja Goswami has started the same conclusion. Ye rupe jane, sei taha kahe, sakala sambhave Krishne, kichu mithya nahe. If someone calls Lord Ramachandra by the vibration Hare Rama, understanding it to mean O Lord Ramachandra, he is quite right. Similarly, if one says that Hare Rama means O Sri Balarama, he is also right. Those who are aware of the Vishnu Tattva do not fight over all these details. In the Laghu Bhagavatamrita, Srila Rupa Goswami has explained Krishna's being both Kshirodaka Sai Vishnu and Narayana in the spiritual sky and expanding in the quadruple forms known as Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna and Aniruddha. He has refuted the idea that Krishna is an incarnation of Narayana. Some devotees think that the Narayana is the original personality of Godhead and that Krishna is an incarnation. Even Shankaracharya in his commentary on the Bhagavad Gita has accepted Narayana as the transcendental personality of Godhead who appeared as Krishna, the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. Therefore, this matter may be difficult to understand, but the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya headed by Rupa Goswami has established the principle of the Bhagavad Gita that everything emanates from Krishna, who says in the Bhagavad Gita, Aham Sarvasya Prabhava, I am the original source of everything. Everything includes Narayana. Therefore, Rupa Goswami in his Laghu Bhagavatamrita has established that Krishna, not Narayana, is the original personality of Godhead. Shall I continue, Prabhuji?
We will give it to Sandhya Mata. Sandhya Mata, you want to read?
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay. It's not there. Okay. Yeah. Anybody, you can read.
Yeah, in this connection, he has quoted a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam that states, Swasanta Rupeshwa Itarai Swaruper Abhyardhamani Sa Anukampartitam
Kampita.
Parabe Arisho Mahad Asma Yukto Ye Ajopi Jato Bhagwan Yatagni. When pure devotees of Lord like Vasudeva are greatly disturbed by the dangerous demons like Kamsa, Lord Krishna joins with all his pastimes expansion, such as the Lord of Vaikuntha, and although unborn, becomes manifest just as the fire becomes manifest by the friction of Arani wood. Arani wood is used to ignite a sacrificial fire without matches or any other flame. Just a fire appears from the Arani wood. The Supreme Lord appears when there is a friction between the devotees and non-devotees. When Krishna appears, he appears in the full, including within himself as all the expansions, such as Narayana, Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Aniruddha, and Pradyumna. Krishna is always integrated with his other incarnations like Narasimhadev, Varaha, Vamana, Nara, Narayana, Harigriva, and Ajita. In Vrindavan, Lord Krishna sometimes exhibits the function of such incarnation. In Brahmanda Purana, it is said the same personality of Godhead who is known in Vaikuntha as 400 Narayana, the friend of all living entities, and in the milk ocean of ocean as the Lord of Svetadipa, and who is the best of all Purushas, appeared as the son of Nanda. In a fire, there are many sparks of different dimensions. Some of them are very big and some of them are small. The small sparks are compared to the living entities, and the large sparks are compared to the Vishnu expansion of Lord Krishna. All incarnations emanate from the Krishna, and after the end of their pastime, they again merge with Krishna. Therefore, in various Puranas, Krishna is described sometimes as Narayana, sometimes as Shirokdakshay Vishnu, sometimes as a Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and sometimes as Vaikunthanatha, the Lord of Vaikuntha. Because Krishna is always full, Mula Sankarsana is in Krishna, and since all incarnations are manifested from the Mula Sankarsana, it should be understood that he can manifest different incarnations by his supreme will, even in the presence of Krishna, even in the presence of Krishna. Great sages have therefore glorified the Lord by different names. Thus, when the original person, the source of all incarnation, is sometimes described as an incarnation, there is no discrepancy. Hare Krishna.
Oh, thank you so much for reading. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. See, first person is Krishna in the complete creation. He is the first person. That's why Brahma says Govindam Adi Purusham. Right? He born out of navel part of the Krishna, and he knows that it's directly from Brahma. He is saying Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. With him only everything comes. Variegatedness of all these various incarnations, expansions, plenary portions of the portions, different functions and functionalities in our IT industry. Functionality, different functions. Here, I wanted to say one thing. This Arani wood recently in this Samata Murti, that Yajnas, they didn't fire with matches, not like that. With that, they also similar this one only. Arani wood, they put air on it, and after some time the fire sprout from that wood. They started yajna like that. That means fire is in there in the Arani wood. So that's a good thing. That's a way of start yajnas. Right. So let us conclude here. And tomorrow, how many of you are joining for the Japa? Prabhuji, yes.
Here one more point. Prabhupada is saying that Narayana is, in the sense, Shankara, Adi Shankaracharya said Narayana is first incarnation, right, Prabhupada? But since Rupa Goswami has established Krishna as a supreme personality of Godhead, our first this thing from all the incarnation has come. So since we are since we are Rupa Anugas, we have to understand that the Krishna is the first incarnation.
If somebody asks, we have to quote from Bhagavad Gita verse. Prabhupada writes in this purport, right? 10:8. The first verse. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matta bhajantema budhavasam. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Krishna himself says, right? Krishna, see Bhagavad Gita, who said Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Of course, Narayana is a part of his expansion, but ultimately, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudeva writes first line, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Right. So that's a understanding from our acharyas, and we have to just follow them. That's it. And is a support statements also they have given. Prabhupada purport we see, right? Aham sarvasya prabhu. I am the source of all incarnation, source of Narayana also, right? And Govindam Adipurusham, Brahma Samhita prayers. Govindam Adipurusham. Tamaha Bhajami. Govinda. Who is the Govinda? Go means cows, and Vinda means gives pleasure. He is giving pleasure to cows. And the other name of Govinda is Go means senses, and giving pleasure to the senses also. So two meanings. So yeah. Thank you so much for joining, Prabhuji and Matajis. How many of you are joining for tomorrow? This Japa session with Yugal Kishore Prabhu. Please make it. At least Matajis, I mean, Diva Mata, I know your busy schedule, but some part of it, at least half of the session, kindly attend. And I wanted to share one experience when we were in US. We went to New Vrindavan, and this Yugal Kishore Prabhu was brahmachari there during that time. We attended Sachinandan Swami Maharaj Japa retreats. So they explain about the different things and how do we control mind, how do we focus on the japa, and what are the sitting postures, how can we enhance and experience the practice of japa. They will give some tips. So he attended many sessions, and he's giving overview. I mean, his own personal relations also. So please make it possible half day at least. Mother is. And Raju Prabhu, you have given count. Loish Prabhu, you're also coming, right?
We are also coming, Prabhuji.
I got office till Prabhuji 3 o'clock. I got office till 3 o'clock. I will join in the evening temple.
Acha. Okay. Till 3 o'clock. Okay. Anyway, they are recording. They will post on YouTube also. But in presence, when we hear, we will do rounds there also. With the practice. So kindly attend. Make it possible. Thank you so much.
You are sitting on Brahmanda, Prabhu.
Not Brahmanda, Prabhu. Just now returned from Vaikuntha planets. That's why. Just Raju Prabhu is making fun, and you are also making fun. Yes, I am sitting. Just now I have seen Narada Muni, just Narayana, right? Senses. Chalo. Hare Krishna, have a happy Krishna Conscious Day, happy Friday, happy Krishna Conscious Friday. See you all on Monday. Anchakalpataru Bhyascha.
के पास सिंधु के आए वचा पतिता नाम पावने वे पे नमः अनकोटि वैष्णव की जय गौर हरि प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल. ఈ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఎందుకు పెట్టినా అంటే ప్రభుజీ different if I open up one background you see different things. That's